Everybody out there right now is trying to start an SMMA, and to be honest, it's becoming extremely saturated. It's getting harder and harder to land your first client if you haven't already, and it's going to be even harder in 2023. So as someone who is fortunate enough to start and scale an SMMA in 2022, here are 3 agencies that I would start if I had to start from a clean slate in 2023.
The first is starting a personal brand agency. I think that there's a lot of value behind building a personal brand, not only on social media, but also outside of social media. There's people out there that can make 2 to 3 times what they make building a business by selling a course, selling their knowledge online, creating a YouTube channel, things of that sort, and you could sell that to them as a service. The framework that I would go about this in 2023 is really using LinkedIn as the main funnel for clients. Think about it. Successful entrepreneurs are on LinkedIn, other businesses are on LinkedIn, and it's pretty much the easiest way to find successful business people, especially for free. You don't have to do anything crazy. I would just recommend creating a list of 100 to 200 people and create a good cold script, DM them, see the results, and if you get some replies, great, you know what works.
The second is lead gen on Twitter. For this one, you'll be targeting businesses and business owners, and it will really just be a B2B targeted agency. You could work for coaches or high-end executives and work as a source for lead gen via Twitter DMs. I see a lot of this happening on LinkedIn, which is why I didn't include it, but I think Twitter is still pretty untapped. If this interests you, I would get on it ASAP because a lot of people probably will start to notice that this is a very good agency to start in 2023. So how would you get your first client in a Twitter lead gen agency? Well, it's pretty simple. Do manual outreach. But seriously, every agency is built on the same foundation. You're gonna have to do some outreach in order to get your first client. There are a lot of coaches and executives on Twitter that if you look up the list feature on Twitter, there should be like businesses or high-end executives or coaching or mindset or something like that, and you'll find a list of thousands and thousands of people that are very high up offering coaching and courses. Now, while you're doing manual outreach, or maybe even before you start your manual outreach, I would try to build up your Twitter page as big as possible. It doesn't need to be super huge, maybe even a couple hundred followers. There are a couple telegrams you could buy where people will interact with your content, but if you're focusing on organic, really the main thing you just want to focus on is providing as much value as possible on a consistent basis. And by that, I mean probably 5 to 10 tweets a day, just providing as much value as possible and also commenting and following other people that are providing the same amount of value as you. The reason I think this is so valuable is because, well, one, a lot of people don't know about this kind of agency yet, meaning barely anybody is taking advantage of this. However, I have seen a couple of people even reach out to me via Twitter, and I think that if you have a good cold script, which you can find online, it's literally as easy as copy and pasting this script to hundreds, if not thousands of people on Twitter. Obviously do it in moderation because you don't want to get banned. But if you start this agency and scale it, you could be the pioneer for other people in the agency world to start this kind of thing, which in my eyes is pretty cool. 2, the outsource potential is huge. You could literally pay somebody $5-10 an hour to go into executives or coaches' Twitter accounts and DM people and literally just have them copy and paste the script. It's as easy as that. And 3, these kind of clientele have money to spend and they're likely wanting to generate as much revenue as possible. If you can be that main source or funnel to 2xing or 3xing their business, they will likely pay and pay good. Now, the last agency I would start is a Twitch streamer agency. Different to a personal brand, this one is really centered around recreating the already made content they have as opposed to creating a whole new content strategy. This would pretty much entail editing their short form content, possibly their long form content if they wanted to do YouTube, and then distributing it across Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and really just getting their name out as much as possible. The good thing about this too is that you can charge more once you have a good system in place. So for example, if they want to put out 30 pieces of content per month, you could charge by 5 pieces of content. So like for 5 pieces of content, I'll charge you $200. Now for 10, I'll charge you $400, and so on. I feel like this one could be huge because I know people reach out to YouTube creators, but I'm not really familiar with the Twitch space. If people don't reach out to Twitch creators in the Twitch space, then this is an absolute huge gap in the agency world that I think is being missed out on right now. Getting your first client would be extremely simple. I would just go to small to medium-sized creators because the large ones likely already have a team for content. I would follow them, interact with them, I would leave a comment in their stream, and then if you don't want to do that, or maybe if they don't respond to your comment, a lot of Twitch streamers have their business emails inside of their accounts that you can absolutely use cold email or warm email if they have interacted with your comment as a source of outreach. Look, as long as you have some decent editing skills or know a buddy or freelancer that can edit well, then the scalability of this kind of agency is huge, and I think that there's a huge gap in the market for this right now that could be used on Twitch. If you're interested in learning more about how to grow your agency, check out this video I've got for you and feel free to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Peace.